Hi babes! Today I have a pretty long awaited video for you all. Ever since I mentioned that this was a thing I was looking into and researching and possibly buying, so many of you guys have asked me for a video on it. And so today is going to be all about my haunted doll, which I did purchase on eBay with the intention of buying a haunted doll. Let me explain. Number one, this video is not sponsored by Califia Farms, but dang, this is good. It is the Cocoa Noir cold brew coffee with almond milk. Tastes real nice. I like dolls in general. Like, I think the dolls are aesthetically pleasing and I have always collected them. I've actually always really liked porcelain dolls. I know most people think they're creepy and I think they are, but I think there's also something really like beautiful and I don't know, just very elegant about them. And so I kind of actually recently have been starting to collect dolls again just because I think they're really pretty. And it got me thinking about like haunted dolls, and I've read haunted doll stories before and items being possessed by ghosts, and I know for someone who deals with so much paranormal stuff, you would think that the next statement that is going to come out of my mouth is unbelievable. But I just think that a doll or an object being haunted is kind of unbelievable. And I know, again, it's like, how many things have I been through and how could I possibly say that anything paranormal is unbelievable? But I just feel like it's kind of far-fetched. So I wanted to buy one of these dolls. I found so many on eBay. A lot of them were hella expensive. And then I stumbled across Ava. You guys are going to absolutely 1000% pee your pants when you see her because she looks like a haunted doll. Ava, I love you, girl, but seriously. So I found Ava on eBay. I'm going to read off everything that was in her description. Do I think that she's haunted? I'm gonna give it some time and then come back at you guys with an update. I'm gonna tell you basically what I've experienced thus far since purchasing her and since having her in my home. But are you ready for the big reveal? I feel like you guys are not ready. Like, honestly, just like sit your booty down before I do this. Okay guys, this is Ava. Oh my goodness. She's beautiful, but like, girl. Okay, so Ava has a really interesting backstory and that's why I bought her. Not even because like I saw like totally normal looking dolls, like this was the creepiest one out of all of them, and that really wasn't my intention buying her, is that like, oh, she looks really creepy, she has like the clown makeup and stuff like that. It was more that I really liked her backstory. First off, Ava does play music. She has a little wind up box thingy in the back here. No jump scares, I promise, guys. I would never do that. I actually think it's a really pretty little song. So she has that music box. I'm gonna sit her down right here while she runs through her song, but I'm gonna read you guys what was on her eBay bid. Paris, the capital of France, is often called La Ville Lumière, meaning the city of light. However, beneath this bustling European city of 12 million people lies a dark subterranean world holding the remains of 6 million of its former inhabitants. These are the Paris catacombs, a network of old caves, quarries, and tunnels stretching hundreds of miles and seemingly lined with the bones of the dead. In 1786, the former Tomb Issoire quarries were blessed and consecrated, turning them into the Paris catacombs. It took 2 years for all the bones from the innocents to be transferred to the catacombs. Over the following decades, the bones of the dead were removed from the cemeteries around Paris for reburial in the catacombs. Furthermore, the practice of burying the newly dead directly in the catacombs began after the French Revolution. Ava, so finally she's coming into play, was found by a paranormal group conducting an investigation in the catacombs. They immediately started an EVP session. The medium of the group was able to communicate with the spirit of a little girl who told her she was killed by a wolf while helping her mother tend to the field. Ava told the medium she loved the circus and the clowns were her favorites. When Ava saw a little girl drop the clown and leave it, she immediately entered the clown. She begged the medium to take the doll that held her soul home with her. Ava's music box began to play after the medium agreed to take her home. And then from the actual seller, while Ava has been with me, I've experienced extreme cold spots, her music box going off, Class A EVPs. So Ava was a whopping $30 on eBay. I think she was being sold for $100 and I bid $30 and I did win her. So, I mean, a couple of thoughts, like it's an interesting backstory, but the actual doll is so new and like, I don't know, I just don't feel like there's any like markings or anything on her. I don't believe that the story is trying to say she was in the catacombs or anything like that. I think that she was just found, and that's the whole story behind it, is that it was believed she was buried in the catacombs or something. But I mean, the doll doesn't look old. The doll's not busted up or anything like that. In fact, she feels very, very nice. There's no real wear and tear or staining on her or anything like that. So it's hard to believe she's very old or even very like well loved. Ava just seems like she was kept in really nice condition. Like, you know what I mean? Even if it was a little girl's toy, it just feels like that little girl must have taken like hella good care of her, because Lord knows I didn't take that good care of my dolls at that age. Also, her little tie keeps coming off, so if you see me readjusting, that's why. So I think it's an interesting backstory, but also quite a bit of a stretch considering like how nice she is. In terms of my own personal experiences since I got her, the first night, I wish I could sit her behind me just so she was like chilling, but she can't sit down and I can't stand her or anything, so she's just gonna chill right here because I feel like you guys want to see her. Okay, the first night that I had her, I was paranoid about it all night. The whole like her music box going off while the former owner had her. The person that I bought her from, by the way, I would love to recommend the store and like link it down below or something like that, like give that shout out, girl, but like I also don't want people to go and harass them, so I'm not going to. I will just say you can find so many like haunted dolls and haunted objects and things like that on eBay if you really look for it. But anyways, so the first night that I got it, or I got the doll, I was really kind of scared about the music box going off. It like gave me a lot of anxiety. And I couldn't sleep the entire night. And the reason for that is not because like I was paranoid. I was partially paranoid, but mostly the reason was ever since I moved into my new house, we have really like stellar security here. We have motion sensors throughout the house, and then I have like a little panel thing in my bedroom so that I can see which ones are going off, which doors are opening and closing, which windows are opening and closing, so on and so forth. Ever since we moved in, one of the motion sensors has gone off sporadically. I mean, without fail, every single night at some point or another. No one will be down there. It's just a thing that happens. And the first night that I got the doll, it was almost too quiet. Like I didn't hear any sounds in the house whatsoever. I didn't hear like noises. Sometimes I'll hear like footsteps and stuff in the middle of the night, or creaks in the house that just, you know, creep me out, whether it's paranormal or not. I heard nothing. It was just like so quiet, and it was almost creepier. Like it was so quiet that I expected to hear something, and I feel like that was creeping me out even more than if like creepy things had been happening, you know what I mean? So nothing happened the first night. I just literally kept expecting to hear the music box go off, and it never did. I did actually have a dream when I finally fell asleep that the music box did go off, but luckily I woke up and it was completely and totally a dream. But I just keep expecting to hear it in the middle of the night. I do keep her downstairs on a bookshelf currently because I mean, she's creepy. Like Ava, girl, that makeup though. I mean, it's not like she's a really, I don't know, clowns just aren't really my thing either. I'm not like a huge fan of them. So she stays downstairs on the bookshelf. I think she is like pretty and interesting, and I like her backstory. Like I love weird things like this, and it was only $30, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But also, it's just one of those things where I don't want her staring at me in the middle of the night, you know? It just doesn't seem like a good thing to wake up to. So she stays downstairs on a bookshelf. I haven't provoked her, whatever, if it's haunted. I haven't done like a Ouija board or anything like that, and I will not provoke it. I just thought it was an interesting concept, and it was also a realm of like paranormal things I had never really explored before and never had any experiences with. Her freaking thingy came completely untied, I swear to God. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say. I mean, other than that, like, I feel like some strange-ish things have happened since then, but nothing to write home about. Today, actually, my brother was upstairs and he was asleep. It was like noon. He had taken a nap because he had gotten up really early to do some things. And I heard somebody walking on the linoleum behind me. And what's strange is we have a doggy gate in our kitchen. I just like rushed her strings up. We have a doggy gate like that leads from the living room into the kitchen. And so it was weird because I hadn't heard the doggy gate open, and I heard someone behind me on the linoleum, like basically like pitter pattering behind me, and I heard breathing, like literally what sounded like breathing. Looked behind me, was totally freaked out, and no one was there. The dogs were also all outside. So that was really, really bizarre. And I think what was even weirder is that's the first like serious paranormal experience I've had in a while. I mean, small things have happened here and there, you know what I mean? But like, that was the first paranormal thing, and it was on the day that I was literally sitting down writing out what I was going to say about Ava. I always like have like bullet points to check when I film videos and stuff like that, so I thought that was really bizarre. Like, while I was writing out like that I was gonna read her eBay stuff and, you know, whatever, it was while I was doing that that I heard that behind me and no one was there. So thought that was weird, but I just thought I would introduce you guys to Ava here and I would get the party rolling. So if you guys have any questions, suggestions, stories to share with me, let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to talk more about her, and if I have any experiences, you guys will be the first to know. It's not that like I'm afraid or anything, or even that I'm not afraid. I'm just curious more than anything to see if something will happen. So anyways, I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.